and welcome to episode 55 of the CRICKETher weekly vodcast. We're delighted this week to announce the return of
Women's County Cricket Day!
Women's County Cricket Day is coming to a county cricket club near you on the 3rd of May, which is the bank holiday, coming up in about 4 weeks' time. And early this week, Raf sat down with the founder of Women's County Cricket Day, Richard Clark, to talk about Women's County Cricket Day 2021.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Raf. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
Okay. Can you start by reminding everyone what Women's County Cricket Day is?
Okay, it's one day in the year. This year it's going to be Monday the 3rd of May we've chosen, where we want to just encourage cricket supporters, particularly county cricket supporters, to come out and watch their women's county team taking a women's county game, or two games in this case because it's a T20 doubleheader, and just enjoy a day's cricket. It's as simple as that, really. It's a bank holiday, so you won't have anything else planned for the day. It's a chance to just get out into the fresh air. We haven't done enough of that over the last year or so. Last year we could barely watch any cricket, and this year men's county cricket probably won't get spectators allowed in until the 17th of May. Women's county cricket falls under the recreational banner, as most people probably know, so spectators are allowed from the 12th of April, as far as we know at the moment. And this is your chance to get a head start on watching some cricket for the summer.
Fantastic. Some viewers might be thinking that they thought that women's county cricket had been abolished, and obviously we've got these new regional teams now in place. So what's the situation there?
The county championship disappeared effectively after the 2019 season, and that was originally going to be that as far as official ECB organised county cricket was concerned. They did relent a little bit under pressure from counties who were reluctant to pack it in, as it were. And the county T20 was given a 2-year stay of execution. Now, obviously, it didn't happen last year for COVID reasons. This year, as far as we know, is the last year then of the official ECB county T20. But unofficially, if you like, plenty of counties are continuing playing cricket. There's the London Championship, which many people will know, involving Middlesex, Surrey, Essex, Kent, and this year Sussex as well. And also the East of England Championship with Berkshire, Norfolk, Huntingdonshire, Hertfordshire, and this year additionally Lincolnshire and Cambridgeshire. So those are two unofficial championships carrying on. And hopefully around the rest of the country there might be other championships following suit this summer. We don't know yet. And some friendly matches as well. You've also got the London Cup, the T20 match that Middlesex and Surrey play each year. This year it's at Radlett, I think on the 23rd of June. And Kent are playing Essex in a one-off T20 challenge match as well, which they're calling the Battle of the Bridge. So there's plenty of county cricket still happening, Raf.
That's fantastic. And of course, really important that we keep supporting it. So this year, as you've said, WCCD, Women's County Cricket Day, is going to be on bank holiday Monday, the 3rd of May. Why have you decided to repeat WCCD in 2021?
Yeah, I mean, we went in a bit of a leap of faith 2 years ago to do it, knowing that probably it would be the last year of the county championship and wondering what the long-term prospects for the venture would be. But we took the plunge anyway, and the counties were really receptive to it, and it got a lot of media interest. I think there was a little bit of a boost in attendances at some of the matches. People went along to watch, which was good to see. And on social media, it worked. It got a response, and we were really pleased with how it went. Now, I mean, we would have loved to repeat it last year, build a bit of momentum. It couldn't happen, unfortunately. So it's a little bit like starting from scratch again this year. But again, the counties have responded well, and we thought it was worth doing again. So we're going to have there are going to be 18 venues, which is great. So there's going to be cricket all around the country. And we just thought it was worth doing again, encouraging people to get out and watch county cricket on Monday the 3rd of May.
Absolutely. Sid and I were lucky enough to spend the last Women's County Cricket Day in May 2019 at Guildford, watching what proved to be a really exciting match between Surrey and Lancashire. Where did you spend WCCD 2019, and how do you think that the day went overall?
Yeah, I was not very far away from you guys at North Maidenhead. I was watching my county Worcestershire play Berkshire. it wasn't the best match in terms of it wasn't a close contest. Berkshire won quite convincingly. They scored nearly 300, and Worcestershire didn't really get close to that. Heather Knight scored 130 something, and Alicia McLeod, who fewer people will have heard of, scored 95. So they put on a great partnership. Worcestershire saw a couple of leg spinners bowling for Worcestershire. Girl called Hannah Baker, who's only 15. She's now with Central Sparks. I've known her since she was about 10 or 11 when she's playing with my daughter for Worcestershire's age group teams. She's a real prospect for the future. But also another one who, at the time, many people wouldn't have heard of, but she played for Loughborough Lightning in the KSL for a couple of years, Sarah Glenn. And within 6 months of that, she'd been picked for England, and she's, I think you'd call her a bona fide star of the international game now. So you don't know, you might see somebody who you've never heard of who goes on to become a star of the game. Overall, it was a really good day out, really enjoyed it. It was a bit breezy, but it's just nice to sit there and watch a game of cricket, two teams having a real go and enjoying playing the game.
Yeah, brilliant. And that's one of the things that's so great about women's county cricket, isn't it? It really is the breeding ground for the stars of the future. So let's hope for absolutely. A few more this time around. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So what's different about Women's County Cricket Day this year compared with the last time that we ran it in 2019?
Yeah, last year we centred it on women's championship matches, which were 50 over games, so essentially a one-day match. With that having been abolished, the format for women's county cricket officially with the ECB now is T20. So there will be 2 matches each day. The original schedule would be for 3 matches each day. So you'd have 3 counties meeting and they play a round robin at 10:30, 1:30 and 4:30 p.m. So a really hectic day. With the government discouraging people from travelling too far, and also with the need to keep the bubble sizes, if you like, on a match day to as small as possible. They're now only going to be 2 counties meeting, and they'll play back-to-back 2020s. So if you go to see Worcestershire against Staffordshire at Bromsgrove, for example, you'll see them play each other at 11 o'clock and then see them play each other again at 3 o'clock. So perhaps hasn't quite got the variety of having the 3 counties, but still should be a good day. And of course, the format change means that we'll now have 18 venues instead of the original 12 that were scheduled. So there are more venues in play and more chances for people to get out and watch. We know that 1 or 2 venues might be an issue. We know that Warwickshire, who play at the Edgbaston Foundation ground, unfortunately can't admit spectators on the day. So if you're a Warwickshire fan, sadly, you can't go and watch Warwickshire. But instead get down to Bromsgrove and watch Worcestershire. Hold your nose for the day. Or if you want to go and watch Shropshire, they're playing at Warfield, which is near Bridgenall. So there are games all over the place. There will be some COVID restrictions in place. Clubhouses probably won't be open, so bars won't be open. But I do understand that outdoor refreshments are available. So it may be that there's a marquee or something, and you may be able to get some refreshments. Toilet facilities should be available, so that won't be a problem. You may have to sign in at the venue, as people had to do last year, I think, for most of the summer. But within reason, you'll be able to go and wander around the ground and keep your distance from others, as you should do. Comply with the COVID regulations. But apart from that, go and watch the cricket.
Brilliant. And in terms of who we might see on Monday the 3rd of May, will the England players be playing and will the regional players be playing county?
We hope so. We don't know for sure. I know that regional directors are keen for their players to play. Obviously, it's the first chance of the summer to play outside of perhaps a little bit of club cricket. So it's a way into the summer for regional players. We are a little bit unsure as to COVID bubbles and that sort of thing, as to whether players will be allowed to play outside of regional bubbles. I don't really see any reason why not, but that's not absolutely clear yet, perhaps. And a similar thing perhaps applies with the England players, whether they'll be allowed out of an England central bubble to play in these games. But again, I think the word is that England are quite keen for them to play as much cricket early in the season as possible if they can. You know, nobody's played anywhere near as much cricket as they would like to have done over the last 12 months. England obviously are coming off the back of their tour to New Zealand, so they want to reacclimatise to English conditions ahead of the international summer and so on. So we hope England players will play. There may be a little bit of case of managing workload in terms of the bowlers, perhaps. But it remains to be seen. We certainly hope so. And if they are playing, obviously that's a big draw, you know, to go and see somebody like Catherine Brunt or Sophie Eccleston, Tammy Beaumont playing on a club ground near you. Great opportunity to go and take your kids to go and watch the England Stars.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're really excited about Women's County Cricket Day, Bank Holiday, Monday, 3rd of May. Thanks so much for joining us, Richard.
Pleasure, Raf. Talk to you soon.
That was great, Raf. So where are we going to be on Women's County Cricket Day?
Yeah, it's a good question. We're not 100% sure yet. We are waiting to hear about government regulations. If we're allowed in, then possibly we'll be heading to Beckenham to watch Kent. There's also a possibility we might be heading to the Aldridge Academy to watch Sussex v Hampshire. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But really, really excited about the return of women's county cricket because it seems like it's been quite a long time. Now, Sid, is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to about the county season? Season viewers may be able to guess what.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Berkshire again. As people will know, Berkshire is my home county. I've lived here for 20 years and I've been watching the women's team for nearly that long. And, you know, I've been a fan and I came back into cricket writing through being a fan of Berkshire women. So I can't wait to watch the Beavers out on the field again soon.
Brilliant.
Now, Raf, the women's county cricket has in some ways been superseded, hasn't it, by the introduction of the Rachel Hayhoe Flint Trophy and regional cricket. But is women's county cricket still important?
Absolutely, yeah, really, really important. I think it's important for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's still really important for the players. And I think that that's true both of kind of your England players and your professional regional players who still feel a really deep commitment and loyalty to their counties. And we've heard that recently. Just this week, we had Tammy Beaumont in the Kent Press Day press conference talking about the fact that she's really excited about putting on her Kent shirt again. She wasn't able to play for them last year because of COVID. So it's been a while, but she's still really keen. She's a Kent girl, born and bred. And so she does feel that kind of really deep enthusiasm, so that's brilliant. And obviously there's going to be the Kent-Sussex rivalry reignited over the coming weeks, so I think we're all looking forward to seeing where that might take us. But also I think for some of the other players who perhaps haven't been selected for regions or who are on the outskirts of those teams, who were kind of, to some extent, worried that the ECB was telling them, well, go off and play club cricket. Now we know that women's club cricket in some areas of the country isn't particularly strong. And they also, those players also feel a commitment to playing for their counties, and that seems to them like the thing that they've worked for many years to do, and they feel really proud to do. So it's important for the players, very, very much. And I also think that county cricket still has a really important place in the structure now that we've got regional sides. We've heard from people like Richard Bedbrook, who's obviously the director at the South East Stars, Laura McLeod, who's the regional director at the Central Sparks, and they are treating the T20 Cup, the T20 County Cup this season. It kicks off the season as almost like kind of trials, I think, for the regions. It's an opportunity to see how players get on in a competitive match situation, which a training session just doesn't equate to, however much you put into it. So it's important for that purpose as well. It's got a kind of key place in the structure. So yeah, particularly Women's County Cricket Day this year, because it's happening right near the start of the season, is going to be potentially really exciting because we're all going to be looking out for who's making their mark on the season. First chance for all of the players, England, regional, and not kind of your county players who maybe haven't been selected for a region yet, to really make their mark and sit up and go, hey, pay attention to me. So we're both really excited.
Yep, looking forward to it. So get that in your diaries. That's the 3rd of April. No, the 3rd of May. Don't put the 3rd of April in your diaries because that's today, is it? Yeah, it is today. So don't put today in your diaries. That would be the wrong thing to do. 3rd of May, Women's County Cricket Day. Be there or be square.